Has anyone got their swaps?
You're not actually collecting the stickers, are you?
Yes.
The Panini stickers book.
Yeah, but I didn't want it to come out like this. I thought I'd at least entice a girl back to my bedroom before I brought out my swaps.
How many do you need now?
How many do I need? 250 stickers and one girlfriend. Does anyone have the England shiny?
It's dreadful, the shiny. It's not the official badge because it's not licensed because we go with mail-in. But I'm not doing the stickers because I'm cool. Weirdo alert!
Are you doing the stickers
John
as well?
is doing the stickers. I've swapped with John.
You're collecting the stickers?
I am acquiring stickers.
I can't believe you two are collecting You're grown men!
Me and Josh were together in Greenwich last week, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we went on the hunt for stickers.
Do they have any stats on, or is it just the pictures of the blokes?
Oh, now she's interested.
I've got an Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain
Oh, I need that. I've got Theo Walcott, I'll swap you.
Oh.
This may be the most tragic thing I've ever heard.
It's pretty much what the newsagent said when I said you're doing the stickers, and he just looked at both of us and went, no.
Oh, what's the pleasure of it?
The pleasure is in putting the stickers exactly in the lines.
I think if it was scratch cards, it'd be worth it, but not what you're doing.
You look at me like I'm filthy, like I've just admitted that I like to shit on dead hedgehogs or something. I think what you're doing is just a little bit... I mean, if it was... Why is a scratch card better than a sticker book?
Because you, like...
I like the way you've got really outraged. Why is that really bad?
Hey, a scratch card's £1 and a packet of stickers is 50p, so financially I'm up straight away. When you scratch a scratch card, you throw it away, you bin it. When I collect a sticker, that's in my book and I've got that forever.
John started this conversation by pretending he didn't collect the stickers. And now it's come out, he's the biggest ambassador for them in Britain.
Here's an amazing statistic. Going into this tournament in the Euros, England have never won their first game, have never beaten Sweden in a competitive match, and have never beaten the hosts of the tournament.
I learned that in a sticker book.
Of course. Yes, Euro 2012. At the time of recording, we don't know the result of the England-Sweden match. So to be safe, I'll do two versions. Bad luck, England, and well done, Sweden. John, we've got Gemma here for a reason. Gemma, the Leverton inquiry.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't know what it's all about. Is this about the politicians being corrupt, 3 of them? Weren't they bribed and paid off? I do know about this.
I hope
That
to
thing?
God you are called to the Leverson inquiry. That would be the best TV of all time.
Is Levington a place, then?
Is Levington a place? Yeah. Well, this is the Leverson inquiry.
I'm starting to realise the true consequence. If the only way is Essex, we are all knackered.
I'm from Essex as well, leave me alone.
You're from Essex
I'm
as
from
well.
Essex,
What
yeah.
do you think of the Leverton inquiry?
But they're all contradicting each other, so it's a bit pointless, because they're supposed to tell the truth, and it's probably illegal for them to lie in this inquiry. But then they're completely, one saying this happened, the other one saying it definitely didn't happen.
No, but if the Rebecca Wade thing, she keeps coming out and saying, one day the truth about all this will come out. And you go...
Did you know, for example, by 2030, 26 million Brits will be obese? Did you know if they all jumped up and down at the same time, they might lose a little bit of bloody weight? The average woman loses her virginity at 17. How's about that, then? And 70% of men don't get enough fibre in their diet. Tough shit. What do you think people have been talking about over the last week?
One of our MPs, Nadine Dorris, has decided the best way she can get ahead as a politician is to go into the jungle.
And eat kangaroo testicles.
She's decided to enter I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and not spotted that she's an MP, and it's not called I'm an MP, I should probably do some work. Since taxpayers pay me to do my work. So she's gone out there. I've already seen enough of her. It hasn't even started. I've already seen pictures of her sunbathing in the nude. And her breasts are actually a very good analogy for the coalition, because they appear to be a partnership, and yet they're putting as much distance between themselves.
Would you do it?
No way. I hate spiders. I hate moths.
Moths?
Moths.
It's just a black and white.
Off you now.
You hate moths. It's just a black and white butterfly.
I got home the other day, right, and I saw this massive moth, right, in my bathroom.
You saw a moth in your bathroom?
Yeah, I
right?
needed to have a shower, and I was too scared to go in. So what I did is I went in with this
You're too scared?
I went into the bathroom, right, with this super strong hairspray.
What?
Seriously.
And you did the moth's hair?
No. I sprayed this moth, shut the door, waited for a minute, saw it on the floor, sprayed it, and then literally crucified it like it was just stuck.
Poor moth is there. He's blind.
He ain't blind. Is he blind?
Yes, now you feel bad, don't you? Basically, you've gone up to a blind person and just sprayed hairspray in their face.
Carol, would you ever go into the jungle? What would it take?
No, I won't go into the
Do you
jungle.
get offered it every year?
Yeah.
Every
Shall I
year
tell
they
you how
call?
much they offered me this year?
Yeah, go on. This is
£250,000.
£250,000? And you went, no, I'm not doing it, not worth it.
Can I go dressed
I'll go
as
tomorrow.
I think it was 250,000. I'm not very good with numbers.
25.
Was in the hundreds.
Even if it's 25, I'd eat the whole kangaroo. I'd start at its feet and just eat... I'd eat its fur, its face. I'd eat the whole kangaroo.
I'd let the kangaroo eat my balls.
Most people love being the centre of attention, true or false?
False. Who would want to be centre of attention? I mean, really? I mean, of all the people you know, Sean, who would want to be centre of attentione?
Sit still, Louis.
I don't mean to draw attention to myself or anything. I mean, really! Sean, I don't like to be centre of attention or anything.
OK. I don't think he can get up now. Luckily, I've got early onset Alzheimer's.
What about you, Joe? Do you enjoy the limelight?
Yes and no, because there's good attention and bad attention, isn't there? But I was going into Lidl, I love Lidl, and this old lady came out with her husband, and she looked at me for like about 10 seconds, which was a bit too long. And then, so I was like, oh, I'm being recognised. And then after 10 seconds, she turned to her husband and went, we forgot to buy faggots.
The guy who did the nearly marathon full skydive thing.
The guy who did the nearly marathon thing,
Well, it was 24
skydive
miles,
thing.
wasn't it?
Well, it was,
so it's
yeah,
nearly a marathon, isn't it?
It was 23 miles up, though. That's not... I mean, traditionally how a marathon is run.
I know, but it's the same, near the mileage.
Like that. You just dropped me from 26 miles. I reckon I'll break the world record as well. Yeah, like that. Suck on that, Paula Radcliffe. I don't mean that.
Beforehand on the news, they were saying if the suit fails, his blood is going to boil and his eyes will pop out of his head. And you're going, wow, this is going to be awesome. Yeah, it was fine.
Well, if you paid that much for a suit and it didn't work, my blood would boil as well. I was hoping that they'd got the calculations wrong, and then when he let go, they got the gravity calculation where he'd gone up and stuck to the moon. Or a trampoline at the bottom. You could just bounce.
A trampoline, he could have broken the record twice if he'd had a trampoline.
Or when he jumps out of that thing, there's somebody in there and they push an anvil out after him. It's a race to the ground.
Yes, Austrian skydiver Felix Baumgartner became the first man to break the sound barrier by skydiving from 24 miles up. No human has travelled as fast unassisted since 1978, when Jimmy Savile heard St Mary's School Choir were going on top of the pops.
From a sporting perspective, it's got to be the fantastic Swedish goal scored by Ibrahimovic against England.
Johnny, what's the thing that you're proudest of? Because I imagine that'll be, for the rest of his life, that'll be the moment he's most proud of.
For me, genuinely?
Yeah.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
One time I told a builder to fuck off with a quote.
One time you...
A builder came round with a quote and I just opened the door. I was in the early stages of pissing myself and I went, just fuck off. I didn't even discuss it with him. He came round and went, it's going to be about when just fuck off.
I was in the early stages of pissing myself. It's the funniest phrase I've ever
Yeah.
Why did you open the door then?
No, because he went...
Polite.
Right, I actually thought he might have a good quote and I wouldn't mind pissing myself for the... good price. I actually squeezed the end of my penis and ran to the toilet.
David, Rachel, what else have the nation been talking about over the last week?
We're getting a new labelling system for food. It's basically saying, oh, poor people are stupid. They go into a supermarket and they pick up Haribo Tang Fastics and they think it's fruit. People know what shit food is. The reason they eat shit food is because they work all day in an office with people they hate. They're working in a job that they're told every day they're going to lose, and then they go back to a shitty flat that they can't afford to buy. And do you know what they think? I don't fancy couscous for tea. Do you know what I fancy? A mixing bowl full of Viennetta and chips that I eat with my fist.
Did you know, for example, 25% of people do their weekly online shop whilst in bed? I do. It helps me remember what we need. Meat, 2 veg, dumplings, a couple of baps. 83% of British people admit to stealing something from a hotel room. I stayed in a hotel the other day. I decided to throw caution to the wind, opened up the minibar and I downed all the bottles of bubbly. And then I woke up and realised I was in a travel lodge and all the shampoo had disappeared. 30% of Brits think it's acceptable to answer the phone during sex. It happens. Mum, it's for you. What do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
The I'm a celebrity thing, isn't it?
People I think I can't bear on it now is Ant and Dec, because they're like... It's gone on now, they just laugh. They're like Gaddafi's sons. Laugh at people being tortured. They just laugh, you're being tortured, you're being bitten, you have to eat this. Then they have more torture. There's a woman in a coffin having insects crawling all over her face. They're just going, You can't tire of watching people going, It just doesn't get boring.
Yeah, but it's all the stuff in between where people sit down going, oh, I miss my family. I don't. They throw things.
I mean, you would be incredible on the show if you would ever do it. Do they offer it to you?
Every year. And every year, I happen to be in a supermarket where I can buy stuff and I don't have to beg for it. You know, when you're doing your shopping, they go, would you like to do a celebrity to get me out of here? Or any of them, and you're going, yeah, but you see, I'm here and I've got 9 Twixes and I don't have to do a task.
Well, Lorraine, would you go on?
Absolutely no way. I like my personal space, do you know what I mean? I don't want all these people around me all the time, getting on my nerves, having to eat anuses and willies. It's just not my thing.
Well, it's a shame. Are you more likely to buy a book if it's written by a celebrity? Yes or no?
If I wrote a book, I'd call it Confessions of a Hollywood Gigolo. And then the first sentence would be, I must confess, I have never been a gigolo in Hollywood. You've written a couple of books, haven't you?
I wrote one book.
No, there's 2. There's the one you actually give to the Inland Revenue. And there's the one you keep yourself. Those 2, yeah.
Have you written a book?
Yeah, I've written a book, yeah.
An autobiography?
No, God, no. If I've learnt anything, it's the less that people know about me, the better. But just a book about jokes.
About jokes?
Yeah, not an amazing... It's not as good as this book. What expression are you making there? What were you shooting for?
Oh, this world.
It looks like kind of sort of pre your lip transplant. That was before you had lips.
What it is...
I'll just read you a small little passage. When I think about it now, the thought of my bony white body pressed up against hers and her having to tolerate my wet breath against her neck, it's a wonder to me that she was never sick into my face. Some self-esteem issues there, Joel.
It's one of those kiss and tell books where nobody gets kissed, but I tell anyway.
What's the last sentence?
The last sentence,
the last chapter's lovely.
Here's to many more years on the hunt.
It's the Scottish independence they've agreed to have a referendum on Scottish independence.
They have indeed. They've set a date.
They've set a date. Have they actually set the date?
They've set, well, 2014, yes.
Because they're going to let 16 and 17-year-olds vote in Scotland, so they've got to give them a year to sort out babysitters and things like that.
They've invented a lot of stuff. They invented the steam engine, the electric light bulb, the television, this expression. Before, when people felt like that, south of the border, they used to go...
The fist.
Then the Scots came along and went...
The Scottish are very... They've just canned a marketing campaign. This is how confident they are with Scotland. They had this gem lined up to advertise Edinburgh. Incredinburgh! And they shelved it. They said, we don't need it. We don't need to go there. I say every town should be advertised like that. Well done, D. Glasgow, fuck yourself. That's more appropriate.
Relax, everyone. Just whoa. Take a moment, everyone.
This is the killer.
Sean Lock, everyone.
Yabba Dabba Deen.
Did you know, for example, 16% of women say they lie about their age from time to time, and those times are between the ages of 28 and 53. 40% of men would rather be single than bald. So finally, some good news for Justin Lee Collins. And 23% of people think they're more productive when they work from home. I know I am, but that's because I'm a self-employed erection checker. Most people think cookery shows make it look too easy. True or false?
False.
False, Jimmy. Move on.
False.
Round 3.
Look, I'll tell you this, OK? In GBB03, Great British Bake Off 3, that's what we say.
Quicker, just to say it, I think, if you don't...
John, who did really, really well and actually won GBB03, he made the Colosseum, the Coloruddy-seum, out of gingerbread.
Have you tried to cook food in the real world?
Yes.
Let's talk it through.
OK.
First of all, you've got to go and buy it.
Yeah.
Then you've got to cut it up. Then you've got to cook it.
Yeah.
How is that easy? And what part of that? And then you've got to apologise to the people you served it to. You know, you look in the cupboard and you think, I don't have any of this shit in this book. Because I've got other stuff to get on with, you know. Oh, some capsicum seeds. What? Where? When? Most people in that cupboard have got a tin of fish or something, a tin of baked beans that have been sold to you, they were multi-pack only, but you let it slide. You know, it's just chaotic. You know, and you ain't got the pan that you need, you're trying to get the fish and cutting its head off, and then you're eating it with an hammer, and, you know, and you get the broccoli, and you're not allowed to sweep people's faces with it because they don't like it. All the time, what is in the hallway? A takeaway menu.
You could start a proper rapper war.
I could do that. I could start a war. I could do it more directly.
Go on then.
Just look down the lens and say, oi, rappers, suck my balls. Except you don't have to suck my balls.
I'm more of a singer anyway.
You're a singer.
So
What's a rapper then?
Rapper's just...
What's a rapper? What's a rapper then? He's in his cardigan there. He's in a mug of tea.
I feel I need to know.
Tell me about this rapping you do.
And when does a rap become a song?
Are you serious?
Sort of.
Do you know the difference between Jay-Z and Beyonce and what they do?
I know the difference
well,
enough
one's
to
a
know.
mummy and one's a daddy.
This is
so
awful.
if I say, like, I went to the shop and got some chips.
You can't get chips from a shop.
Isn't it supposed to rain anyway? Chips and shop don't rain.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
yeah.
that's only the first
Well,
line.
get the next line out, go on. Go on, you went to the shop and bought some chips.
Yeah, then I got some ketchup and other dips.
Most people would rather host a house party than go to one. True or false?
I don't go to many house parties. anymore. I go to a lot of fourth and fifth children's birthday parties these days. I don't have kids. I just prefer the food and games they play.
I like all the stuff about parties. I like doing a big shop and putting loads of nibbles out. And then this is true, I genuinely realise I haven't really invited anyone. Because I don't really like people in my house. It's that bit when you go to text people and you just think, oh, I don't like you. I don't mind you, but not in my house.
If I invite you, I'll have to invite him.
Yeah, and you'll bring your girlfriend and touch each other and talk about it. Come to my house and fiddle in my conservatory, not on my snacks. You want to be in love, you stay at home and cater for yourself. Bloody travelling chef for your sex games.
Don't put that on the invite, though.
Is it the Rolling Stones? Back on the road, man. But I think they look like a great collection of Toby jugs. Did you see them on the shelf?
Yeah.
They've said they might play Glastonbury, haven't they?
Yeah, they said they might play
They
Glastonbury.
might do, if the weather's all right.
No, if they're still alive. You know, the massive road crew, they have one guy whose job is just to iron Keith before they... He just puts Keith out. More like, Keith, yeah, you ready for tonight? We're on in a couple of hours, so I'll lift you up there.
Their greatest hits album, this is the shittest album title I've ever heard. Their greatest hits album is going to be called Grrr. I think what it was is they were typing greatest hits and one of them just fell asleep on the keyboard.
The Starbucks, the coffee people. They've been a bit naughty.
What have they done?
The Storks. What have they done? What have they done? They've been at it, haven't they? They've not been paying tax. They don't pay any tax. They managed to sell... I know. Get your head round that. But they've managed to make their books appear that they're losing money, and basically what they do is they take the losses from other countries and lump them onto the business here.
It's endemic. It's not just the company as well, it's some of the staff as well. Look.
When did you do that?
Earlier this year.
Just after a meeting with their accountant.
That's what I was thinking.
They are one of the few places you can have a coffee and watch women getting their tits out.
Those are mothers breastfeeding, Micky.
In my one, where I am, there's like a thing there and there's all bushes on it, and when the breastfeeding mothers come in, you can just peep through the bushes like that. It's almost like they're saying, oh, go on, enjoy your coffee.
Do you know that this is being recorded?
There's a new TV show, Jimmy.
It's a brand new show.
They call it the X Factor.
Right.
And they get these singers, and it's too early to tell what's going to happen next.
Also, you use the word singers in inverted commas.
Yeah. I've stopped doing them, I just do it with my speech now. These singers, or professional crying penises... They're crying already. It's going to get worse.
I wouldn't drink the water round the X Factor. I mean, they put something in the tea, and you can get the most hard-hearted person who'll drink the tea and just go... I just saw a pigeon.
If there is a drink that makes you cry, it's almost certain that Heston made it.
Yeah.
It's a special type of tea that brings melancholy.
And it's actually made with melons and collie dogs.
Of course it bloody is, yeah.
Yeah, Don't they just call that, like, red wine? Isn't that what you drink to cry? I drink red wine and I bawl my eyes out for no reason whatsoever.
What have you got to cry about? All your dreams have come true.
You don't know what my dreams are.
Your sock drawer's immaculate.
Cardi. You've got a cardi and people listen to you.
Yeah.
Yes, the horse meat scandal continues. IKEA have stopped selling meatballs after finding they contained horse meat. It's terrible. If you can't trust cheap meat products sold as an afterthought in a Swedish furniture shop, what can you trust? So those were the most talked about things this week. But in other news, a woman in Las Vegas has been caught having sex with a dog in her front yard. Oh, God, get a kennel. It's her own fault. She'd been leading him on for years. Police found the dog burying his bone in her back garden. Tonight, it's our panellists' job to guess what the British public think are the top 3 most intriguing, unexplained phenomena. Sean's team. What are the weird, strange things that people are interested in?
Oh.
What do you think?
UFOs. UFOs.
Yes.
I think he's saying UFOs.
UFO. Here we go, straight away.
UFO, what? Well, the unidentified flying object. I've always thought unidentified flying object. As soon as they identify it, then it's just a flying object. And then if it lands, it's just an O. No, you believe in UFOs, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah, I've seen them.
You've seen them? What did you see when you saw them?
Well, I see a fucking UFO, didn't I? I don't know what it was, but it was flying about. It wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't a plane, it was a UFO.
Could it have been a kite?
Might have been a kite. I think it's ridiculous to think we're the only things out there, and it's depressing if we are, no? Do you know what I mean? We're the most intelligent things out there.
Well, not you
Not
specifically.
me specifically.
You walked into that.
Miles, do you believe in aliens?
I'm not sure. I'm just not impressed by the fact that UFOs tend to be saucers. You just think that they evolve in some way. If you think about, the changes that, for instance, the potato peeler has gone through in that time. I sort of imagine things from another planet might have developed their means of getting around a little bit more.
It's the fact that when they get here, they always probe us and have sex with us. Makes me think they probably come all the time, but we're just like Marbella. It's just where they come to get off with you. You want it work for you? Take your probe. I love it.
That's that weird. I mean, I think I've got little dogs that I bought recently, and we bring them to the vet about once every 3 weeks. And the vet, as soon as he sees my dogs, just goes, "Better put my finger up his bum." It must be a similar kind of thing. Maybe they're just a higher life form. They're trying to look out for us. Going,
You mean take the V off vet and you got ET? Yeah.
If aliens do land, I'd quite like to be the person that greets them off the spaceship.
I think the chances of you being elected to that post.
Well, I'd actually make a very good ambassador for the planet, actually, Jimmy.
What would you say when you met the
Well,
alien?
for a start, I'm polite. I know. I'd lay on a buffet. And my mum's got a car, so if they need driving about, happy to do it.
You do have the look of someone who's been abducted. They usually go for your type.
No one believes us.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking is if you had been abducted, you can't prove it, can you?
No, I can't.
You can only say you've been abducted.
Have you had people on the One Show about? You must have covered
We
UFOs.
have, yeah. I mean, Olivia Newton-John swears that she's seen a UFO.
Case closed.
But so, hang on, no. So has Peter Andre and Katie Price.
Danny, you went to America and you properly went in and saw footage of these.
I went and see a geezer called Stan Romanek.
Right.
Who's been abducted since he was a kid. I sound like such a prick talking about this.
No, it's interesting. It's interesting stuff.
Listen,
So-
and he's been abducted since he was a kid, and he showed me some mad shit. All right.
What did he show you? Because I saw the documentary.
He showed me an alien poking his head through a window.
You can't argue with that.
Honestly, I don't know what to say.
What can you say? You can
It
just
popped
go-
his little nut up over the window. Had a look at him, he screams. He showed me another one.
What was the other one?
The other one was in his kitchen, this one, it's got in. And you see its fingers come around the door frame, right long fingers.
Right.
They could come around, and then it's got a massive nut, this one. It's big, bigger than the other one.
Right. And then what? Did it say anything? Did it have a message?
No, it didn't say fuck all, just looked at him. And, you know, I'm going to fuck off home, I think.
25% of people can write a text without looking at their phone, which is great because it means you can really concentrate on your driving. And 20% of men don't know what a pedicure is. A pedicure? Pretty sure it's a cure for men like Jimmy Savile. Right, was it amazing being part of Super Saturday?
Yes, it was pretty special. I mean, it goes down as
Mo, Jess, and that random ginger guy who turned up as well on the day.
But your life will be different after tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what Nancy's got planned for you. Sounds like the ginger kid's getting laid. How far did you actually jump in the final?
8 metres 31.
I genuinely don't know how far that is. If you paced out, how far would it be across?
Well, if you do 8 long paces, then like a foot.
8 long paces?
Yeah.
All right.
You've got to do it right, though, so it's
Well, hang on, 8 long paces. All right, so 1,
yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck off! No way did you. You did 8.
Well, you're probably being a bit generous.
Oh, we got a tape measure. Throw us a tape measure. Hang on. So I'll hold this.
It's not long enough.
8 metres.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll do 8 metres, and then we'll see. Okay. So I'll hold that.
I've got something that's half a metre long. It's not me, no. I carry around a ruler with me.
Okay, so that's 8 metres, and then you went a bit further.
Like, so, yeah, about here, where I'm standing.
That is mental. Jess Ennis was at the peak of physical fitness in the heptathlon. Watching her, I couldn't help feeling ashamed of myself because I could see what I was doing reflected in the telly. Most people admit to lying at least once a day. Is that true or false?
It's true. I lie every day. I wake up and say good morning. Every single day.
I lie all the time. I like lying. I love it.
You lying now?
Yeah. By 9 p.m, I've lied 900 times. Women lie especially. I don't mind about getting my... I'm on the pill.
Did you lie about that?
3 times.
Jimmy, I'll see if you lie, because I've got a question I want to ask you. I've
Sure, go
noticed
ahead.
something.
Go ahead.
Have you had your teeth jazzed up?
Yeah, I've had my teeth jazzed up. That was the
see.
exact term I used.
Yeah.
I want
really white. It looked like you swallowed a torch.
Yeah, well, they were looking kind of shitty, and I was getting, you know...
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Did you
send no, they weren't that bad. They were bad. They still look like teeth.
I got the teeth of like a dead horse found in the Thames after about a month.
I like your teeth, but then I like Watsits.
Yeah.
Which made me think, oh...
Yours are so bright. They're a bit... I mean, when you switch the lights out at night, do moths bump into them?
Danny, I'm not going to ask... I'm not going to ask whether you've seen a ghost. I'm merely...
I have seen one.
Well... I'm not going to ask, Danny, because I'm just going to show this.
It's basically this long alleyway with a big wall that side and a big fence that side, right? And this was about 3 bells in the morning. Jumped over, me and my pal, walking along, a bit paranoid, and we saw someone walking towards us. And we thought, well, I don't want to bring it on top, turn around and go the other way. We'll just keep walking, you know what I mean? Kept walking, getting closer, nut down, didn't really want to look. As he's got closer, it was a monk. A monk with all the gear on and all that. It was a mad bit, so I didn't really pipe that much, you know what I mean? I thought, yeah, all right, sweet, he looks like a bit of a fat. If we have it on our toes, we'll be able to get away with him. So anyways, walked past this monk, and no word of a lie, I'd say 10 seconds later, we looked round, the was gone. There was an old monastery round there, we later found out, right? Now, I wish now, looking back on it, I'd have had a right pipe at his boat. Because it was obviously a ghost. I wish I'd have studied the a bit more and just took it in more. But I swear to God, it was a old pit. It was quite the life out of me, to be honest with you. It was on me nuts for a long time.
Good, right? Danny, do you still regret not having more of a pipe at his boat?
I do. I swear. Well, listen, right, there's 3 alternatives, right? Right, it was a monk.
Wandering around in the middle of the night.
Right, just knocking about, right?
Yeah.
It was like a fat geezer dressed as a monk, fit as a fiddle that could jump over a 20-foot wall. Or I was off me fucking nuts.
OK, let's have a look and see if ghosts are up there. Yes, ghosts! I wrote a book about poltergeists, and I'm pleased to say it's literally flying off the shelves. Hello, And welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1 in 20 couples say they sleep in separate rooms to strengthen their relationship? I guess they also have sex with other people to prove how much they love each other. 10% of people never talk about food at work, and that's because they're too fat to work, and besides, they don't want to talk with their mouth full. And 25% of men never use deodorant, but unfortunately, they do use public transport. Right. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean, Claudia, Jack, what have the nation been talking about?
HMV have gone into liquidation. They've suddenly realised that people aren't buying videos and DVDs and CDs off them anymore, and that there's this thing called the internet where they are doing it. And so, and then they looked around and think, hey, hang on, we've got huge stores all over the world, and we aren't making any money, so let's close them all and not do it anymore because we're losing a lot of money. That's my analysis of it.
My husband loves a bargain bucket. Do you know how many copies we've got of The Grinch? He comes home, he goes, Claude, look what I found.
Another cheap bucket.
Another bucket. I've got to get it.
The fear is just that there'll be no shops left. You know, in a few years, there'll just be, you know, those ones that just, they're called like Value Bastard, and they just sell 20 cigarette lighters taped to a bottle of bleach from Ukraine. You know, one of those ones.
Okay, so are you going to miss it, David? I mean...
I don't really have any nostalgia for it.
But it's a record store, basically, and it's not in the high street anymore. They're going to have a lot more chairs in the Topshop change... You know that place outside where the sad boyfriends sit? Outside the changing rooms. They've got, like, 4 seats, and you sit there going... They're going to have to expand that massively, because normally you would just go, I'm just going to pop to HMV for half an hour and waste some time and buy some stuff we're never going to watch.
I go to Top Man without a girlfriend. Nobody knows. I just sit there all day. She'll never find the one she wants, lads, eh? Oh! Let's all go for a beer while she's in there. Let's all...
It's Top Shop that the girls go to. You're going to Top Man, you've said that.
Still works, doesn't it, Top Man? She's got, oh, she's in there, and they're all like, oh, tell me about her.
She's in there? Trying on a suit. Oh. She tells me she's a woman.
I haven't checked.
Bernard told me she's a woman.
Trying to find something that doesn't make her Adam's apple look big.
Let me tell you, I saw her going in, and you've got the Top Man. Well done.
She really struggles to find shoes.
I can't walk into... What was the other one? Top Girl.
Top Shop.
Top Shop. I can't walk into Top Shop without a girlfriend. I look like a bloody pervert, wouldn't I?
And now you had a DVD out at Christmas, right?
Thanks, mate.
Did you go...
Still available in the shops, half price now.
Did you go... Do you think that's what...
Do you think I killed HMV?
Well, I'm just...
This week I've counted 86 sheep, about 32 cows, 7 ducks, but I haven't seen a single horse. None. So something's going on. The meat scandal.
The meat scandal.
Yeah. The horse meat's
and
gone
there's
mad,
it's sort of rolled on this week, and they're saying it might be deliberate. This isn't just an accident.
Horses throwing themselves into abattoirs.
Saw the whole horse meat scandal, I didn't really care because I'm not a fan of horses. I've intentionally eaten horse before. It was lovely. I enjoyed it in France.
Intentionally?
Yeah, it was on the menu, and I was like, I hate horses. I'm going to have that. I'm petrified of horses. I've got a horse story, but I don't know if...
What do you mean you've got a horse? Yeah, I'm born right here.
No,
a horse story. What's a horse story?
Settle
in, everyone.
Yeah, settle in. Right, so when I was 12, my school trip was to London, and we went to see, I think it's called the Queen's Guards, where they're on horses and with the thing. And so all of my classmates were stroking the horse, and then I went to go and stroke the horse, and the man kicked me and said, "Piss off, you black bitch," and made the horse, and then the horse went in front of me.
Sorry, can I just clarify? Was it the horse that said that? If it's a racist horse, then... how weird would you feel about that if there was a talking horse? Wow, this is magical, this is amazing. But he's a racist. Oh, no.
It was like, you know, I'm over the racism, it's not a problem. He got sacked, so it's fine. Honestly, I'm absolutely fine with
You've
it.
forgiven a racist, but not a horse.
No, I think you make a very good point. Grind them up, put them in a burger.
The problem with meat is that it all looks the same. And what they should do is they should make it like rock. So when you've got beef, it just says cow right the way through it.
You know the cookie cutters you can get? You make different shapes for things. You have like cookies. Just one shape like a horse. So any burgers that are horse, just come in a horse shape.
Wow, if that's the case, I think I've eaten a lot of dinosaur.
John's team.
The referendum.
Ooh. Well.
There's this bloke called David Cameron. There's this referendum's come about, and we've got to sort it out. This is where I'll come to you.
I'll
Because I
take it
know
up
what
from
the
here.
word is, but I don't know really what a referendum is.
It's like getting your news in Braille and you're wearing gloves.
They're saying we're going to have a referendum, which is a vote on whether we're in or out of Europe. That's what
Oh,
David
that's what it was
Cameron's
about. Yeah, I know now.
That's it, yeah.
I think what we're proving here is that there should not be a referendum on Europe.
I mean, that whole nonsense debate here in Britain, if Britain is in Europe or not, what a nonsensical debate. Don't even get me started on that Scottish independence. We don't need more country in Europe, we need fewer countries in Europe, and they all need to speak with one voice.
Which is
German. We have to understand, like Germany versus Britain, Italy versus France, we all hate the Dutch. Yes, of course we all hate the Dutch. They're horrible. That's not a point I'm trying to make.
No, we like
but
the
that's
Dutch.
all, no, they're awful.
We like the Dutch.
No, they're absolutely awful.
We hate the Germans. We don't...
Yes! Did you know, for example, the average man in Glasgow owns 2 suits, one for court and the other for the next time they go to court? 83% of teenage girls keep a diary, which it turns out is very bad news for 70s DJs. And 1 in 8 men try to lose weight before going on holiday. I decided to cheat. I got myself one of those things that makes you look thinner on the beach. A fat girlfriend. How do British people prefer to lose weight? Diets or exercise? Jack, do you do any exercise?
What's it to you?
There's a lot of gadgets available to help you lose weight. I've got a this is a thigh exerciser.
Why
That's
would
a
anybody
thigh-
use that?
Why, have you never used one of these?
I couldn't give a toss about my thighs.
I'm not sure how it...
Go on, Jimmy.
I think it works like that. You've got a... What was that movement? I think it's how they train policemen.
And at the end of it, your thighs are toned and you've got lovely flat testicles.
Does it hurt?
Have a go.
No.
Get
You
involved.
could use it if you were having
What else have I
sex with
got?
someone and you wanted a break and they had their legs open, you could just pop that in and say, I'll be back in a second. Just someone at the door. Imagine, I'll show you, look, they're up there, you're having sex with them, and you go, I've got to nip off, and then you just pop that in there.
I'll just make a cup of tea.
How long are you going to be? Oh, bloody hell. Been ages.
We asked our studio audience, would you donate your body to science? What would science take from your body, Sean?
I'd let them have the front. You're not having the back, because I know what they get up to in those labs.
John, would you donate your body?
I don't think anyone's going to want mine when I've finished with it.
No, it'll be neat and tidy, all your like heart and lungs in the right place, and all your like intestines neatly folded. It'd be like easy to work out, a guy like you. I'd take your body in a second.
All I've got to do is die.
These are new... That's a power hula hoop.
Oh, look at you, Grace Jones.
That's a power... But it's got special ridges, so it makes it harder to...
Go on, do it!
No, you do it. Have a crack.
I don't like doing it.
Come on, have a go. You'll be able to do it. Maybe jump out there.
This is one step away from splash, just so you know that.
Honestly, it's not.
Look at those shoes. Brilliant.
Do I do it here?
Let me just get my camera.
This is...
I can't. I don't like it. Don't touch it.
Someone had just lassoed you. That's what...
John, do you want to give that a crack? It's pretty healthy.
Particularly.
Go on. I tell you, it's very... It's really big and ridgy.
This used to be my belt. Look how much weight I've got.
It's weirdly painful, isn't it?
What else have you got?
I've got... These are meant to be for your arms, I think, for...
Jack,
Literally doing this.
Do you do both at the same time?
I think you do both at the same time. Do you want to have a crack? No. Have a crack. Come on. Oof.
You're going to hula hoop and do the...
I'm not doing all three at the same time, am I?
Yes.
Well, no, come on, do all three, come on.
It's turned into like the shittest stag do ever, hasn't it? Go on, do all three.
As if everyone else on the panel could just do this a piece of piss.
Of course we can. We do this all day.
Fuck!